Aloha, everyone. This is Tony with the Transformation Space. This morning in Hawaii, so still having coffee. Today I want to talk about an interesting aspect of transformation that has to do with choice. What choices do we have? What choices can we make? I know there's a lot that goes into this, right? Because really, everything that we do is a choice in one way or another. It just depends upon how we look at the outcome of that choice and how it relates to our beliefs and values and morals regarding the outcome. So I'm going to give you an example. Friends ask you to go out for the evening and you have a family member that you've been taking care of and you say, no, I can't go out. I have to take care of my family member. Wow. Let's break that apart for a minute. Okay, because can't is an interesting word when we use that as a choice descriptor for making a choice, right? Can't implies a number of things that it's not actually possible to do the thing that we have been asked to do or that we're choosing not to do. And I'm saying choosing because it is a choice. And although maybe our belief system and values and morals around taking care of our family members say, don't go out because the right thing to do is stay in and take care of your family member is absolutely justifiable. But what we're lacking to remember here is that we're making a choice to stay in and take care of this family member instead of going out with our friends. And why is that important? Because it denotes an empowerment piece of what our intentions with our choices, right? So you can go out. You can go out. You can go out with your friends and not stay home and take care of your family member. And that is a choice that you can make. And by saying you can't is a self-limiting situation. And we use can't. Now that's an extreme situation. Most of us would agree that it's important to stay home with your family member and take care of them, as would I. But the point that I'm trying to make is that we use can't in various contexts. Let's say we have, chores to do. I can't get those done today. I have, other things that I need to attend to. Like, I have to go to school, so I can't do my chores. Well, you're choosing not to do your chores today because you're choosing to go to school. And again, this is an empowerment thing, and it's taking back this power of choice. So let's look at it in a different way. I'm in this committed relationship I've been in for 20 years and I'm unhappy, but I can't leave because I have kids. Okay? Is it true that you can't? Or is it true that you're making a choice not to? And why is it important to understand that you're making this choice? Well, there's a lot of things that go into this, right? Maybe the best decision all around for your family and yourself and your situation is to make the choice to stay in the marriage or relationship because you feel that's the right thing to do. And so by saying, I'm not going to leave this relationship, I'm choosing not to leave this relationship because I believe it's the right thing to do to stay in it, is an empowering way to look at the choice that you've made and also creates an acceptance around the decision that you've chosen. Now, instead of being resentful for being in the relationship or resentful to the children, which can happen, for causing you to feel like you have to stay in this relationship, you have now taken the power back on yourself and said, I'm choosing to do this because I believe it's the right thing to do. Or you can look at the situation, take all of the details into consideration and say, I'm going to leave this relationship with the understanding that my kids are probably going to have issues and challenges because of it. My partner, significant other, husband, wife is going to be extremely upset about this situation. We're going to have difficulties dealing with our combined assets. Family issues are going to arise, but I am choosing to do this because it's the right thing to do for me, and I believe it's the right thing to do for the situation. And by making that choice, you are empowered to do what needs to be done in the right way, aligning with your values, your beliefs, and your morals. Can't is a really easy way out It's an avoidant decision maker. It's an avoidant way of having to take responsibility for decisions that are being made. It's a way to avoid having to be honest. I know as well as anybody else does that we make plans sometimes and it gets close to those plans and it's like, oh, I really wish I hadn't have done that. I just would prefer to stay in. And so we come up with some excuse and saying why we can't make it. It's not true. It's a lie. And although we believe, yeah, it's not a big deal, it's no big deal. Those little things build up and they're disempowering to us. Why can't you tell your friends? Again, can't. Why won't you tell your friends or your group that asked you to go do something that you simply don't want to tonight? That the time has come around and the things that are going on in your life have changed at the moment and you don't want to participate this evening. Why won't we do that? Why is that difficult? Is it confrontational? Is there something wrong with being honest about what we want to do in the moment with our lives? What happens when you've been dating someone for a while and you're realizing it's not going in the direction that I want it to go in? And in fact, some of the things that we do, I don't really enjoy. And the next time the person asks you out, you say, yeah, I can't go, I'm busy that evening. Instead of saying, I've been thinking about this relationship and there's some things about it that aren't aligning with me. Can we have a discussion about that? Instead of saying, I can't. So I'm bringing this up because there's a huge power in making a choice, especially when you're going through a transformation of any sort, right? There's huge changes that are being made. So instead of saying, I can't do this thing to get me from point A to point B, try to look at why you're saying you can't. And look at the decision you're avoiding or the decision that you're making in a way that's causing you not to have to be present or responsible for it. Taking personal responsibility for all of the choices that we make in our lives is empowering. It creates boundaries. It's honest. It shows people that we are true to who we are, that we're strong, and that when conflict comes up, we know how to have a conversation about it and really work through it. Because by saying can't is simply an excuse and a way out of doing something. So I ask you to really inquire within yourself the next time that you say, I can't do something. And make the choice to say, I'm not going to, or I'm not interested, or I won't do that, for whatever reason that is, based upon your beliefs, your values, and your morals. Sounds tough, right? It can be. But try and be honest with yourself about why you're making these decisions. So let's ditch the I can't and take the power back.